Hi, boys and girls. It is Thursday, January 7th, and this is your reading lesson. Your learning target is I can analyze how the central ideas are reflected in a text and cite relevant implicit and explicit evidence from the text. Remember, central ideas they're the same thing as a main idea, and those relevant evidence, those are supporting details. One thing that I want you to remember is that there's a difference between the topic, main idea, and the central idea, main or central idea. So the topic is like the person or thing the text is about. The central idea is the most important point or idea about that topic. And then your supporting evidence are like facts, details, or their examples that tell about the central idea. So the way that I like to look at it is if it were going by size, it would go large down to small. Your topic is usually one word, okay? Like porcupines. Your central or main idea, is a sentence that tells more about the topic. So it's the what about porcupines. And then moving down to your smallest piece is your supporting details. Those are specific details that prove or support your idea. So this proves your central idea. So again, it goes one word. It's a topic, what the thing or the person it's about. The central main idea is what's the most important thing I need to know about this topic. And then my supporting ideas or details are the things that help prove that central main idea. So when you read a larger informational text, you have to combine or put together a few small central ideas in order for you to understand the central idea of the whole passage. Okay. So basically, we've been working on finding the central or main idea for one paragraph at a time. Today, we're going to work on when we have a whole passage, putting those parts together to come up with a main idea for the whole thing. So this is your assignment for today, and this is in Google Classroom, and it's strategies for determining central or main idea of a whole passage. So first, we're going to use the same strategies that we worked on Tuesday. Read closely and find words or ideas that are repeated in the paragraph or the section. We've been practicing that. Write the main idea of that part on a sticky note next to it. We also practiced that when we answered the question, what about it? Now, the final step today is you're looking at all your notes and putting them together to form one big main idea for the whole text. Let me show you an example of that. So this is my same text about porcupines that I've been working on. And we said that the repeated words were like quills and small. And we said that the main idea or central idea for this section is that the porcupine has a small body that is covered mostly in quills. That's the big central idea of this section, okay? But remember, I have another section about porcupines. So here we look at their habitat and their behavior. And I have already looked at the things or ideas that were repeated. And I said that trees, forests, rocks, predators, warning predators, and fisher, those were repeated ideas or words. So then I came up with a central idea. The porcupine lives near the trees, and it warns its predators when they get too close. That's the central or main idea based on the words that they kept saying. So I have these two sections about porcupines. One is about its body. One is about its behavior and habitat. So what I have to do is I have to think about the main idea for both of those sections and then put them together for the whole thing. So for example, if this main idea is porcupine has a small body that is mostly covered in quills, and this main idea is that the porcupine lives near trees and warns its predators when they get too close, I have to find a way to combine those two into one main idea statement. because that would be the main idea for the entire topic of porcupines that I read. So again, I'm taking this central idea from this section, and I'm taking this central idea from this section, and I'm going to put them together to get one big central idea for the entire topic of porcupines. So now I have some choices. I put this in a multiple choice form. The main or central idea of the passage is. Now remember, this has to be for the whole thing. So let's take a look. A, the porcupine is small and covered in many quills. B, the porcupine is some predators. C, this porcupine is a forest animal. D, the porcupine is a small, quill-covered animal that lives in the forest and has many defenses against predators. Now, I'm going to use some of my strategies that we practiced before Christmas. They want me to think about the central idea of the whole passage. So, thinking about that, I need to go back and kind of look at my evidence pieces again. So here, I see the porcupine has a small body covered mostly in quills. That's the main idea for that one. This one, it lives near trees and it warns its predators. So that's the main idea for that one. So my answer has to combine both of those things. Now, as I'm looking at choice A, the porcupine is small and covered in many quills. Well, that only covers the first section. It doesn't cover this section. So if it only covers one section, I don't think that's right. But there's one multiple choice answer that I know is obviously wrong. And the reason I know it's obviously wrong is because it was none of the main ideas I found. C says the porcupine is a forest animal. None of the main ideas that I wrote down had to do with that. So I'm going to mark that out. Remember that eliminate the obviously wrong answer. Now, A and B are both main ideas, but they're only main ideas for one section. They're not main ideas for both sections. So let's look at D. The porcupine is a small quill-covered animal, and that was from the first part, that lives in a forest and has many defenses against predators. Well, let's see. Does that cover this? Warns its predators. Lives in a tree. Yep. And does it cover this? Small body covered in quills. It covers both of those. So since it covers both of those, this is my most important. This is my central idea for the entire passage. Okay? Because it combines both of those smaller main ideas to make one big one. Now, you will do the same thing with the grizzly bear passage. Okay? You will go through, you will find those repeated words again, list them here. You will give me the central or main idea here. You'll do the same thing here and here. And then you're going to think about how those two can be put together for the entire one. And you will use your strategies to answer this multiple choice question. I hope that helps, and I'm excited to see how awesome you're going to do.